Hi, and welcome to KaiserShortcut.com. My name's Randall Williams, and this is Introduction to Partial Capo Work. We're going to start easy, simple, there's nothing to be afraid of. The easiest way to start working with the partial capo is actually to take your full capo and back it off on the low string, especially with a D chord. That works really nicely because you've got that low drone sound. And it may sound just like a drop D, but no fingering changes. And in fact, in this partial capo work that we're going to do, we're not going to change the fingering much at all. So there's no complicated fingering to learn. Here's a D, and now we've got this nice low drone. So my G chord is normal. Back to D, and there's an A. Perfectly normal. The only thing we will change is if we need to finger this string here on an E minor, say, and we put our finger right here on 0 on the same fret as the capo. And that's as complicated as it gets. Now, a shortcut capo leaves the inside string cut out and the two outside strings cut out. And this actually works exactly the same way. There's nothing to be afraid of. We're going to put it right on here, and it works exactly like the full capo that we just used. Here, when I play a D, I've got this low string out. And then if I want these two high strings as well, I can take my fingers off of those strings. Again, it's not a new fingering. I'm just taking my fingers off to get extra color. And there's a nice full sound. Here when I play A, same deal. Nice full sound, plus I also get that really close tone there. Take that finger off if I want on the A, and then here's a G with those nice full open sounds. I'll play that for you. Not complicated at all. In fact, here's a one-fingered chord. There's the A. There's the G. Very easy. This works in a couple more places on the neck. I'm going to show you two more places, and then we're going to call it a day. There's an intermediate and an advanced video on the website if you need to learn more. When I move up to 4, here's a C major chord. Notice I haven't had to retune yet. If you ever have intonation problems and tuning problems with your capo, one easy way to deal with that is to bend this metal back just a little bit. Or maybe you're playing really light strings and need to buy an electric capo or something like that. There's a C major, and if I move just these two fingers, this is basically an F chord, and right back to C. And again, I've still got those nice big full drones, and here's C to F back and forth. G. That's all there is to it. So one more position that we'll deal with before we leave, and that's up here on the 7th fret. And what works really nicely for this is an A minor. A major also works, but A minor is really the easiest to deal with. And the partial capo is great because it gives you a bigger depth of field. You have some sounds happening up here, and you have some sounds happening down here. And so especially for the solo performer, you get a bigger range of sound out of your guitar, which is really nice. Here's A minor, and here's a bass G, just one finger. And here's a bass F, just one finger. All there is to that. Back to G, and if I want to finger the full chord, I can do that. There's an F without the bar or with the bar, or without the bar like this, whatever works for you. So here's the A minor. And it sounds great. That's all there is to it. And there's lots of space underneath the capo, so I can back up. And play underneath it. So that's really all there is to partial capo work, and this has been an introduction, and if you'd like to watch the intermediate video, there's lots more there, and the advanced video is a lot more. So enjoy, and thanks for visiting KaiserShortcut.com.